choice between Ace Attorney, Justice for All, and Trials and Tribulations, but we're going to start with Ace Attorney. We're going to start with the first episode, the first turnabout. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby, number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hi, Chief. Whew. Glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before the case? Yes. Actually, I kinda owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over? My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's okay. Death, despair, oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell him I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Aw, Nick, you gotta tell me who took my baby away. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That I owe him one. And I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's what I'm going to do. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright. Honor, I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me what was the victim's name. Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report over too many times to cover. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you actually absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the R1 button to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who's the victim in this case? The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now, tell me what was the cause of death. She died because she was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the finger. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the R1 button to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I was dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone. I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies. All of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude. We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I... That question is irrelevant to the case. Oh. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you, or did you not? Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? I'll send him a signal. Lie like a dog. Well, see, it's like this. I don't remember. You don't remember. Well then, we'll just have to remind you. I got a bad feeling about this. We have a witness that can prove he did go to the victim's apartment that day. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body, just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is that right? Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing his apartment. An apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Now, Mr. Wright.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
You may begin with your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, Wright, this is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave you. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with the R1 button, then point out contradictions in the testimony. I was going door to door when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? If I find it odd, you would take notice of him. I don't know. He just seems strange to me, that's all. Like he was mad and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime. Yes. The defense requests that the witness refrain from conjecture. Of course, what the witness means is that the man he saw looked suspicious. So, what happened next? Half opened, you say? Yes, the door was open halfway. Yes. I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. That's odd, in a big city like this, I thought. I see. And what happened next? Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. What gave you the idea to do that?
Well, the door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek? We climb mountains because they're there. It's the same thing.
Truer words have never been spoken. Anyone would look inside. Why did pain cut him off so quickly? So you looked into the apartment. What happened then? Then I saw her lying. A woman, not moving, dead. Are you sure she was dead? Well, no, I guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere. I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Been frightened, found myself unable to go inside. So you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes. I mean, no, nothing. Okay, what happened next? I thought to call the police immediately. You thought to call the police immediately? Does that mean you didn't actually call them? Please, listen to the rest of the testimony. You thought to call the police. What happened next? However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. The phone in her apartment wasn't working? Yes, I mean no. No, it wasn't. Right. But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you? Oh, that? I can't explain that. I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on the shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call, and the phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next?
I went to a nearby park and found a public phone.
Why use a public phone?
Well, you see, I don't have a cell phone. And being the middle of the afternoon, there was no answer at the nearby apartment.
Alright, what time did you call again?
I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m.
1 p.m.
Are you certain?
Yes, absolutely. He seems really confident. 1 p.m. Right, doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him.
Objection!
You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure?
Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain.
Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes at the time of death notes that the time of death is after 4 p.m. That there was no body to find at 1 p.m. How did you explain this 3-hour gap?
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Saw It, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart.
Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television.
Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program.
That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program.
Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I got this one. Video? Yes, that would explain why the time was wrong. True. Right. I think the problem lies someplace else. We agreed that you heard the time at the scene then. Are you sure it was the television and not a radio?
Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio.
Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There was only one large television. Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. Something about hearing the television.
The witness has testified he heard the time. Objection!
Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video.
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sword? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sword, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sword. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. A table clock. Was there a clock at the scene?
This is the first time I've heard of it.
The murder weapon?
Yes, the tablecloth that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something?
Something's fishy here. Evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are that evidence and that statement somehow related? They aren't, are they?
Not at all.
Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. I don't think that one won me any points with the judge. Damn it. Strikes me as a very suspicious mistake.
Yes, I can see how you'd be a little doubtful.
I'm really sorry, I only just remembered the table clock.
A table clock.
Why didn't you tell us that in the first place?
I guess it just slipped my mind. I'm not really sure how it happened myself.
The witness says he saw the table clock. End of story.
Objection!
Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now, how is it supposed to be a clock?
Oh, you with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are?
Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit.
Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne.
As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all.
Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now? I guess not. There was a clock on the scene, so no problem. Right, are you out of your mind? That clock doesn't look like a clock at all. The witness couldn't have possibly known it was a clock just by seeing it. He said himself he never entered the apartment. It was in his testimony. Hey, you're right.
Is something the matter? Does the defense have anything to add?
Yes, I do. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hands. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he... Tell me, isn't it true that you knew the victim? In fact, you were one of her sugar daddies. Be frank with us, Mr. Sawit.
Frank? I'm always frank.
Your Honor, we have complete records of the victim's relationships. Mr. Frank Sawit does not appear anywhere.
Oh, really?
Please, Mr. Wright, is the best response you can muster up? Try to refrain from making off-the-cut accusations in the future. Yes, Your Honor, let me think this over. The witness knew it was a clock because he was... You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Oh, yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there.
I'll do you better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's pulse. That was the sound you heard.
Order in the court.
Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard... No, I mean I saw...
Shut up, shut up, shut up, I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn! Give him death. Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor,
you claim that the sound the witness heard came from the clock.
Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through, quickly. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. Objection, indeed. A fact which is clear if you simply... Let's sound the clock now, here, in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I asked the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker, after all.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25?
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one.
You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh. What's he talking about now?
While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing.
How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it! I was so close.
Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict?
I believe that's the word. The witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination for Mr. Frank Sawit. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime.
I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes, but that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes. Wait. Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the courtroom that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see the evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. there, it's 1 a.m. the next day here. That clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? He's out. He's out. He's just out.
Order! Order, I say! Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
I have to say, I'm impressed.
I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but the court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts,
not guilty.
I have actually played the first Phoenix Wright game before. Some of it. So basically, I've gotten through this first case, and then half of the second one. And then I played Apollo Justice, but only played about, once again, 1.5 of the cases. So yeah, this is all kind of new to me. I did watch the anime. I don't know how much that differs from this game, but from here it kind of feels similar. But either way.
And with that, this court is adjourned.
It turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check to see when people were out of the houses. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. Yes, I know. I'm really excited. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Whew, I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no. I mean, bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you! I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat? Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick, can you believe it? I was so into that chick, and she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry? Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not. I'm just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Oh, yeah. What the heck is she talking about? Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. What about the clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry, and she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick, I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part, at least. You'll have to tell me about it sometime. Maybe over drinks. And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave me. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry? would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Fiend. However, I'm not done at this point. Turnabout Sisters. And I got a trophy. Isn't that neat? Isn't that cool? Isn't that great? Isn't that neat? Damn it. Alright. So I'm going to play a little bit more. I'm having fun. Hello? This is Maya. Hey Maya, it's me. Oh wait, hold on. I have to do a different voice from Maya.
Meow, what's up? You haven't called in a while.
Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been?
Well, lonely. And it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place.
That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask.
I know. You want me to hold the evidence for you.
Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping evidence here. I'm gonna take a little sip. My voice is getting a little tired. Ah, water.
I gotcha. So what is it this time?
It's a clock.
A clock?
Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys.
Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis.
Now, you know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now.
Huh? It's not working. That's lame.
I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside it instead.
Papers? Is that the evidence then?
Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight? Say 9 o'clock to pick it up?
I'll be in a
Oh, wait. Shit. I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then.
Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a burger.
Burgers, sushi, burgers, they all taste good. As long as they've got noodles, the king of all food. Okay, we'll hit the usual joint.
Alright, that's a deal.
Oh.
Okay, so see you soon.
Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya.
Conversation recorded. September 5th, 9:27 a.m.
September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Fay & Co. Law Offices. Now, Miss Fay, I'll take what's mine, the papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Fay, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the Thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? You are not cogniferous, of my background? Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. My dear Miss Fay, I'm so very sorry. But I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay. Oh! Red, white, blue. Oh, say, can you see my early light? September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Fay & Co. Law Offices. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief just left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. That smell! Blood!
Sus.
Someone's there! Chief? Chief? Chief! Bum bum ba da da bum bum bum. Who are you? The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally, she was cold.
Chinese!
Chief! It's encrusted with dried blood. How ironic that this became the murder weapon again. But if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. The thinker added to the court record. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of glass stand lying broken in the back of the room. Nothing else seems like a clue here. A piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya? Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store dated yesterday. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I'd better call the police. Find out what that girl was doing here. That girl, just now, where'd she go? I put her right here, on that sofa. Uh-oh, I hope she didn't run on me. Yikes! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay, I work here.
Maya Fey.
Maya Fey? Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt? I never thought there'd be a use or evidence like this outside the courtroom. Ah. I really wanted it to just go, "Take that!" Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. Like, just fucking, "Take that! Your sister wrote this! Blood! She wrote it in her own blood!" She wrote it on the back of this receipt.
That's my name! Why? Why would she write my name?
Please just calm down.
Why would sis write my name?
Uh-oh, now I've done it. I'd better hurry up and call the police. Right, I'd better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. It looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Please, come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. That's not gonna be her voice. No clues here. The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police!
Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see?
Gumshoe? What an odd name.
We received the report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder.
Must have been that woman I saw.
Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay?
Great. Just great. Maya, wait. She wouldn't have... Nah.
Whoa! Excuse me. This word Maya here mean anything to you?
That's my name.
What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name.
Killer? I'm not...
Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, man.
What?
Mia's younger sister Maya was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around, waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 a.m. Detention center. Visitor's room. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh!
It's you, the lawyer.
Listen, hold on a second. I'm not phoning it in on the first episode. I am ripping off voices from people. Well, got distracted, sorry.
Good morning.
Good morning. She looks so tired. And also, her voice is horrifying.
Are you going to be my attorney?
Please stop talking. Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. First things first, I better get her cheered up. Yeah, of course I will. Cheer up.
Really?
Whoa, did I say the wrong thing? She looks sadder now. What's wrong? You don't think I can do it?
No, no one could. Who would believe me? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it.
Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought...
That's okay, I understand.
That was more sexual than I wanted it to be.
I've also heard about you.
Heard what about me?
I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. She said you were a great fuck.
Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Court.
Whoa, really? How'd that go?
It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while.
So he crashed and burned?
He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience.
Oh, sounds like it was fun. Well, I don't know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now.
I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty.
That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you.
No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia...
I know.
Apologies, 1 second, folks. There's something I've been wanting to ask you.
Yes?
What's with the outfit?
Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say.
Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do?
Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium in training.
A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Could you tell me about the day of the murder?
Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial.
Evidence?
Yes, that clock shaped like the thinker. The one the one Larry made. That person I've never fucking met before.
Oh, the one that Larry made? How could that have been evidence in a case?
Right, she said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice?
Her own voice?
Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone.
You recorded it?
Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things.
So, you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone. Let's hear it.
Right. Oh, I just remembered that the detective took my cell phone. Sorry.
All right, of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it.
I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay?
And she just like, fucking... she just like pokes a hole in herself, writes it in blood, and she's like,
Here you go.
She keeps putting it up against the window. Sure, thanks. Maya's memo added... Wait a minute, hold on. How'd she fucking jot that down on a piece of paper that, like...
Can I get some stationery up in this bitch?
Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard.
No, it's okay. I've been doing the last few hours just talking about it. I kinda gotten used to it. Let's see, that morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial.
That's the murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office?
It was right around 9 o'clock. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Then I found her, my sister.
Thanks, Maya. That's all I needed to hear for now. Sorry to hear about your dead sister. So you're an acolyte, medium in training.
That's right. The Fair family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. I've been taking ghosts in the pussy for years.
Wait a second, you said the Fae family. So, Mia was into this stuff too?
Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. X-Men first class.
I had no idea. Wait.
What?
So, you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium. with ESP and all that?
Yes, in training.
Well, can't you contact Mia's spirit then? We can just ask her who killed her.
I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level.
I thought that would be too easy. Huh? Something the matter?
I was wondering, can I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. Well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me?
Sure, why not? I'll go ask.
Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents?
Oh. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry, leave it to me.
Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
What? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
What if this guy refuses?
He told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me.
When will that happen?
They're giving me until 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, I'll be back. September 6th, Grossberg Law Offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there! There's a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, ain't you? No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. He is legitimately now, you know. That John Mulaney cop. Shit. My microphone came unplugged. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? Damn it. Before I continue, I just want to make sure that I am heard. Just let me know when I will continue on. Oh, sweet. Okay. That Butts guy, he was a killer. And you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were... Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right, at your service. Hang on. That's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. I ain't no dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. All of the police officers sound the same. Be right there. You're a lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you better do it quick. Whew, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Let's break the law. Mia's desk, perfectly clean, as always. The only thing that's missing is Mia. Oh, I already did that. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still is that Mia's probably read all of these. Shit. An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. What a pussy. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Oh, damn it. Not paying attention. Mia's favorite potted plant. I remember it had this bizarre name no one could ever remember. Cordyline stricta, pal. Who was that? That wasn't... The sky is blue and so am I. Damn it! Why am I doing this? There's that hotel right across the way. And that was such a fucking... About Miss Faye, did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? Now don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright, you can see the report, but that's all. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you ain't gonna win. Why do you say that? The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth? I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. Prosecutor Edgeworth? That's right, pal, Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he get... Hey, Fuzard, what's up, friendo? Friend guy, friend man. He gets his guilty verdict. Don't talk about him that way. You make him sound barely human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became a prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Table here, table here, table here. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Hey, let's get the fuck out of here. Bag of memes. Do I gotta go back here?
Hey, what is it? Did you meet the lawyer?
I did not. Was I supposed to? I haven't seen him yet. Oh, it's probably because I'm not on the Twitch app. Not looking at the stream. I'll keep the Twitch streaming right on there. I haven't seen him yet.
I see.
I'd better go see if I can find this elite lawyer she's talking about, or I'll fucking kill him. Well, I didn't see the emotes on the, actually, on the side thing there. A solid mahogany desk. Mahogany. I see that one. Mahogany. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. I see him now.
Why'd you leave the kids up on the table?
An expensive-looking mahogany bookshelf filled with expensive-looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. By the way, you two should be featuring me that stuff, you know. Featuring me that stuff. Host me on your channels. You bitches. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. I gotta ask you just as a friend type of thing, type of business, type of conjecture. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case. And if I'm not mistaken, that lighter's made of solid gold. Damn it. Even I can tell someone here has got money to burn. An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. Thank you, Fusard. Fusard. What about your family?
I only have my sister. My father died when I was very young.
It's fucking all of it. All of it is sad. Like, oh my goodness. I'm just like reading all of it as
I don't know where my mother is.
Don't know. So she could still be alive?
The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say I got a lot of spiritual blood runs in our blood.
Power. The word is power.
About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. He was a man, and he ruined our mother's life.
Ruined?
After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain.
So you live by yourself?
Yes, I've gotten used to it.
Oh, also,
I had to become an independent, or I would lose my powers.
I feel bad for her. All by herself up on that mountain. So, who is this man who, ruined your mother?
He had a big peepee. About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate.
Wait. They didn't use a spirit medium, did they?
The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim.
Wow, so what happened?
The case was solved, we thought.
You thought?
The man my mother helped to capture was innocent. The police consultation with the medium had all been carried out in a sin, of course.
But
a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told that all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became a laughing stock of the nation.
I see.
White.
Excuse me? White?
Your skin color. That was his name. My sister told me.
White. Maybe now? Yeah, I'm doing all the voices. Where do I go?
Sorry, I've never seen that before.
Remember that receipt?
You mean the one with my name on it?
Any idea why she... What are you talking about for the girl? Do you want me to do Snake's voice for the girl? Well, thank you. I'm glad I can be that much of a voice actor. Oh my gosh. Any idea why she...
Absolutely none. Do you trust me?
I trust you.
Why? Don't you think I did it too?
No, I don't. It's just a hunch, but...
That detective thinks I did it.
Oh. Let me see. Let me see if I can present more evidence to her. I wanted to ask you about the murder weapon.
Poor sis.
Better not ask her about this now. Oh, now I remember what I had to do. Oh, shit. Alright, let's go to Faye & Co. Damn, that took a while. I have to present this to her. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Do you think you could give it back? Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. What is that from? I can't even remember.
I'm dummy Thicc, and the clamp of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards.
I, like... Gosh. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's on to me. If I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it to me. Something the matter? Oh no, it's just, you know, detective. Nope, I know nothing, pal. Nothing. You hear that? Hollow as a coconut. That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. A cell phone holds all a little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets. You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal. I already checked all the numbers in memory. Impressive. You're quite the detective. Uh-huh. Oh, here. You can have the phone back.
And I awoke to a clapping of ass cheeks behind my chamber door. Just a visitor, I thought. Dummy Thicc and nothing more.
I can't fucking... There weren't any suspicious call records in there after all. Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. My cell phone received from Detective Gumshoe. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. I guess I've asked all the questions I needed to. You all done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you'd better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. She dummy Thicc, though. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already, then? You're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's got to go outside her room until the trial. So, she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than try to get a detective to leak information. Oh, shit. I dropped my phone on the ground, and that's showing me all the things. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. We already did the conversation. If you missed that part, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Gatewater Hotel. More like Gatewater. Gatewater Hotel. Well, hello. Oh, shit. Oh, hello there, handsome. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you?
The detective told me. Colonel. He said don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Tee-hee.
Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder.
Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting I can hardly contain myself. Ooh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness.
I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. It's vibrating. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look.
Hey! Hey! What are you doing? No touching. Ooh, bad boy. You really... You really shouldn't pry in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you?
Upset? I thought she was gonna explode for a second there.
Explode out of that shirt?
I wonder what could be inside that drawer. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident.
Ooh, observe, incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary.
Oh, better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day, the bad thing. What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Pretty please? Let me see. Well,
dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer.
Oh boy. Could you just... Who exactly are you?
Ooh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me?
No. Hey, I'm just doing my job here.
Tee-hee. You know, you're cute when you blush.
Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right, can you just tell me what it is you do?
Well, no. Tee-hee. And I had your little hopes up, didn't you?
Oh boy. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you?
Ooh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives like on television.
Oh no, not me. I'm, just a lawyer.
Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the lawyers?
Oh boy.
Excuse me, but I'm a witness, police witness, you understand. How could I possibly give you any information in good consciousness, huh?
Me, the witness. It's just like in the movies. I'm gonna look at your shit anyways. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the Fay & Co. Law of Offices building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. What's inside, I wonder? Maybe later. The flowers are fake, as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. Ooh, baby, can you feel that, girl? A simple bed. It's been recently made, nothing eye-catching here.
Ooh, are you looking at my bed, Mr. Lawyer?
Now to Grossberg, is he here? Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back.
Ahem!
If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Oh my goodness. Alright, what voice should I do? Because I will definitely do suggestions. I'll take suggestions. For Mr. Grossberg. Mr. Grossberg. Maybe he could be a Jewish mother. That'd be fun. Maybe I'll do that voice. In fact, I'll definitely do that voice a little bit. So you're the one they say has been looking for me? Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined. That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Yes, well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed. Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya. Maya Fey? Yes. Oh, goodness. Maya Fey, go on. The strange reaction. Cha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, that's quite impossible. Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion. What's going on? He refused me before I even got the chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why won't you take the case? Well, you see, it's just, I'm busy, you see. But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Think not. Huh? What did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly, terribly sorry, but I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? How did you know Mia Fey? She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion, never looked back, that one. That's quite a painting. You noticed? It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it, not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Jeez. Hiya. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones.
What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then. Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess.
4 o'clock p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home?
I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not.
Why?
Why?
Well, no one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know I've been there a long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me.
That's so kind of you.
Well, let's fight for this one and get you out of here.
Right, thank you.
Whew, she smiled at least. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right?
Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay?
It's a deal. So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what is inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into that drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there.
Good afternoon, sir.
Excuse me, you are...
I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment, at your service, sir.
Oh, right.
I've just come up to deliver room service, sir.
Do you know where Miss May might be?
I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the, facilities.
If you no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave.
Please stay as long as you like. Enjoy.
Yeah. Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit.
I almost forgot. You came back quick.
Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? What?
White. That was his name. My sister told me.
White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be coincidence? There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? Wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this. I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean. Oh, bellboy is still there. Uh-oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May, in court. Alrighty. Well, I think for now that is going to be where I end off. Alrighty. So, if you enjoyed this this stream, go ahead and follow if you're not already following. And be sure to follow me on Twitter at KidPaticus. And just overall, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you the next time I stream. Bye-bye.